Cheers. How are we? Trying to do more lives, it seems to help my brain. Not there is much helping my brain, but you know what I mean. Awesome, happy to hear that. That guitar's ace, it really is. Like I say, this one's slightly better, but it should be. But yeah, evening, merry evening. Just gonna get my drink one sec. Let's put this somewhere where I can get it. How are we anyway on this very, very sunny now Saturday? Most of the day's been dark and grey and cold, and now it's really sunny. I love it. I love the weather. What's your dream stereo rig? Do you run stereo at a gig? I don't run stereo at a gig, no. It's too much hassle to set up in such small places. For a while I did. I ran my Orange CR120 and Fender Super Reverb together, and that was an amazing sound. I really liked that. But it just became more trouble than it's worth. So I gave up on it eventually. I just gone back to single amp. But ideally, it's not going to happen. But ideally, there'd be my Marshall MG, Boss Katana Artist, and CR120. And I'd like to kind of structure the sound around the amplifiers. So like I'd have like the MG is kind of like the middle, the CR120 would be the low, and then the Katana would be the high. Again, I can't see you, but it's nice you're here. I appreciate it. Thank you. Classic Viable Strat player. I don't really have enough experience with the players, so I can't really say anything about them. So I don't really know. I mean, not having played the player one, I would go Classic Vibe, but again, I don't know. Hello. This is the Kim one, as you can see. This is the Kim Tail one, and it's just absolutely amazing. Thoughts on Josh Klinghoffer's album with the Chili's? Nope. What's your favourite John Frusciante album? Inside of Emptiness is my favourite John Frusciante album. Bonjour. Favourite Chili Peppers album? Californication. EC1000. What's an EC1000? I'm not very good with kind of like models of stuff. Purchased Boss Katana Artist Mark II. Nice one. What kind of pickups are these? They're weird. They're Guild's own humbuckers. They look really cool. They sound absolutely fierce. Like, if you put distortion on them, they're just evil. Fierce sounding guitar, this one. Slightly out of tune because the weather's erratic and sending over my guitar's whippy wappy. There's a word for you, whippy wappy. Fortunately, it still has the same G string issues that like Gibsons have. There we go. Yeah, that's better. But yeah, evil sounding guitar. Sounds like a stadium. Yeah, it feels like one. You like great guitar players. I don't know who that is. I hope you're going to feel better. Nope. But, you know, such is life. Thank you. Guitar's got... I know. As soon as I saw it, I was like... You know, it was one of those moments where you're a bit like... I've used a parallel effects loop. I don't use effects loops full stop, so... I can't, you know... I don't even know what a parallel effects loop is. I don't use effects... I don't like effects loops. I don't like the way they sound. They sound really sterile and weird to me. Let's see Guild reissue their S300D. I don't know what that one was. How am I? Bloody awful. But thank you for asking. That SG's great, yeah, it is. Guitar sounds like Guns N' Roses. It does, you know, I know what you mean. It does do that kind of, thing. You're here now. Can you recommend an affordable gig bag that could also fit a small pedal board and a guitar as well? I don't know. I mean, I would go for something like a Blues Reunion bag. I know they're expensive, but they're great. That's what I use. They're fantastic. What's your favourite scale for soloing? Just pentatonics. I'm not very advanced as a guitar player, especially not in this day and age. Thank you. Yeah, I got a new one. Well, I didn't get it actually. This one was bought for me. How's the live stream like? Talking with fans. I do. Yes, I do. That's why I'm here. I like live streaming with you a lot. I like talking to you in real time. It's really cool, and it's really helping my brain as well. And people need to stop asking me about what Karina's doing. I'm gonna have to draw a line under that. You really have to stop asking me what she's doing because I don't know. And it just, at this point in time, it stings like a million wasps just in my face. I can't cope with it. So if you can, please stop asking what she's doing. I can't cope. I really can't. It's already driving me over the falls. Right, well, put it this way. Cheers. You ever tried OnePlus Velvet fuzz pedal? No, I haven't, no. Yeah, if you're really curious about what she's doing, go and ask her. Do not ask me. Like, you know, it's physically painful every day of what's happened, and I can't cope with it, let alone have to constantly answer questions about what she's doing with her life. I don't know anymore. I'm not in it, sadly. You know, I wish I was, but I'm not. And that's the way it is. You ever tried discontinued Vox Pathfinder? Yeah, I didn't like the Pathfinder. I tried it. I didn't like the Pathfinder. I don't know. I know a lot of people love them, but for me, it wasn't really my thing. G chord, happily. You do some mad stuff on this guitar. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. Do I like Oasis? I do like Oasis. Yeah, I love Oasis. Oasis are a band that bring me a lot of comfort. Because to stay on this is insane. Yeah. Will Kira definitely be doing the upcoming gigs? Yes. I got the impression you were not happy with the last rehearsal. No, I'm very happy with the last rehearsal. I'm not happy playing the songs because the songs are haunted, and I'm finding it very hard to get through them emotionally. A lot of the songs are about mental health and relationship breakups, and I never wanted to sing those songs and be going through what the song was about, but I am, and it makes it really, really hard. But no, Kira's fine. There's nothing wrong with her playing or John Joe's playing. The problem is me. Yeah, haunted. There's there's memories in these songs of someone. I think you can put your brain cells together to figure that one out, and it's very hard for me to move with them at this point in time. Boss ME25. I don't know if I've tried it or even seen it. I don't know. Hello. Hard to flip the page. Yeah, very hard. Very, very hard to flip the page. It's really hard to flip a page of a book you wanted to be reading for the rest of your life, and you hoped you'd be in for the rest of your life, only to be torn out, and you can't get back in. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's a good way to describe it. What is 5? Oh. Does anyone like Liam Gallagher? I'm just going to close this so I can see you a bit better. There we go. Dire Heels, yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that time. Best songs are always difficult ones, no kidding, yeah. Cheers. Would you use a jackhammer governor to get the John Shanty Dirty Clean Tone out of a Marshall SV20H or just the amp? You can use both. I've got a video about that coming at some point, but you can use both. It depends on... To be honest with you, if I was using the Studio Vintage, I'd be more tempted to use a pedal to get the John tone than the amp, because the amp has to be loud to get that sound, and it's kind of not really... it's not really neighbour friendly at that point in time. Let's just say that it's a bit kind of full on. I've done a video on it though. I have done a video on getting John's tone out of the SV20, but it's not coming out for a while yet. Do you use a noise gate compression pedal on your board? I don't use a noise gate, but I do use a compressor, but with no compression. It's just there to kind of basically control things and hit the amp a bit harder. What do you think of Fires on the scene of the Umbrella Academy? Didn't see it. You'd be great at doing session work. No, I wouldn't. I'm not good enough musician to be session work. Plus, I can't read music, so... Does having an online presence help or hinder your depression? Personally, I think it helps because it gives me an outlet. And it also gives me the ability to help other people. Hopefully, help other people who are in the same situation as I am. Like, if I can kind of, through my pain and problems, if I can get through to other people that they're not alone and it makes them feel better, then it's good. I don't see it as a negative. I've still got a private life. I only share what I'm comfortable sharing. I still have a lot of things in my life that are mine. Like we all do. But mental health stuff like depression and panic and anxiety and whatever else is a really important subject for me, because I live it on a day-to-day basis and have done for years, over 2 decades now. So to be able to have a platform where I can reach other people who are going through that kind of horribleness, and try and make a minuscule amount of difference in the world, then it makes me feel that I'm worth something, because I spend a lot of my time feeling worthless and useless and like I can't offer people anything. So it helps me, to be honest with you. Do you get recognised out and about? No. I'm very impressed of you doing these streams during hard times. So like, cheers. It's helping me out. You know, I may not be the best mindset right now to do this kind of thing, but it is helping. Music teacher. I wouldn't. I can't teach anything. You're not wrong. Write new songs, put them out. I am doing, but at this point in time, I'm too depressed to write. It's not going to work. It's just not going to be there. You help my anxiety when I hear you play. I'm happy to hear that. I'm from Turkey. I have been following you for ages randomly. Get your live stream out. Thank you for genuine positive energy. Thank you. Been meaning to ask, what's Mr. Flibble on your shirt? Red Dwarf. It's from Red Dwarf. Does music help with health problems? Yes, music helps with everything. What soap smells the best to your nasal passage? Hand, dish, or body? Hand soap, I think. I reckon it's probably better, but that's me. What do you make of the Boss OD3? Never tried one. I don't really know. What do you do for your job? This. I play guitar and play music for a living. Do I like playing acoustic? Kind of. Not as much as I used to. Is the next Red Giant video coming out on the 20th of next month? Yes, it is. Yeah. It's the 20th of September is the next single. And filmed the music video yesterday. So the music video for the next song is done, and it'll be out on the 20th. And like that, he's gone. No, I don't really know who that is. Benefit show suicide prevention and mental health in a few weeks. And it's things like that people like you are helping break stigma. Yeah, that's, again, really important. The whole S word. You're not even allowed to say that on YouTube. What is this insanity we're living in where you can't say the S word? How are you supposed to bring attention to certain things without saying what it is? It's like, you know, if I wanted to bring attention to a sandwich, but I can't call it a sandwich, how are you supposed to know what it's called? People need to stop being snowflakes and deal with the fact that these things are reality for a lot of people, and people have to go through this. And you have to realise this is a lot of people's lives, you know. And yeah, it's important, I reckon, to go, this happens. People literally just go, one day, and because they can't cope anymore. And I can totally understand why. It does need addressing, you're not wrong. All about the advertisers, yeah, I know. The advertisers don't want anything too negative. Too real, man. You know, you can't have real life. You also know how to say the word deaf as well. I've just said it. Yeah, unaliving. I am not going to use that word. I'll just say the S word if I've got to talk about that subject. Thank you very much. Not playing Led Zeppelin. Definitely not playing Led Zeppelin. Kings of copyright. Jimi Hendrix proved you don't need music theory. No, I don't think he did, because Jimmy knew a lot of theory. But I know what you mean. I know where you're coming from, but Jimmy knew his theory. Bet you can play that guitar well. I can play it okay. I can't play any guitar well. But yeah. I lost my cousin to suicide the other year. It's a really important conversation. Exactly. It really is. Forbidden the Truman Show. Exactly, yeah. You're exactly a rip out. Good video, SG. Yeah, another guitar. Tommy Bolin can read music. No, not a lot of people can read music, but a lot of players understood theory, but they didn't know how to it in the traditional way, if you will. I'm doing that a lot tonight. Jimmy carried a Bob Dylan, but he did, yeah. He constantly refer to it. Thank you. I try. Greetings from across the pond, Minnesota. Hello. I know you said you listened to some heavy stuff. Electric Wizard, not really, no. Jimmy didn't read music. No, Jimmy couldn't read music, no. But he knew what he was playing. You know, he knew his way around this thing really, really well. And he definitely knew theory because he could play jazz. You know what I mean? He might not have known it in, like, again, that traditional way, but he definitely knew it because he could play with people like Miles Davis. You know, you're not going to be able to play with Miles Davis unless you're of a certain level, you know. Looking forward to the album. Yes, I can't wait for you to hear it. Sorry, some of them went really, really quick. Do you need to read tab to be a good guitarist? No. Again, I can't read tab very well. I can read it, but it takes me forever. But because I'm dyslexic, it's really hard. The course, I don't know how I teach. I don't really know what I do. Thank you. Got a new valve amp, MT15. What's the... Oh, is that the Mark Tremonti, the PRS one? I really want to try that. It looks amazing. What Jimmy are we talking about? Jimmy Page. I think Jimmy Page could read music, couldn't he? If I remember correctly, Jimmy Page could actually read music because he was a session guy. He actually knew quite a lot. Play from tabs for years. Oh, wow. Going too quick. Yeah, PRS, yeah. There's levels to theory. There is, yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. You understand guitar like Jimmy is what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, you don't need to be like, you know, this is a major 7, triad, major 9, 7, 6, 9, 1, 7, 5. You don't need to know that to be able to play guitar. It doesn't work that way. How is the Boss Guitar Amp? Very well, thank you very much. How do you use your volume for your style? I don't know. You just turn it down for cleaner and turn it up for not. I don't really have a particular thing. I very rarely ever touch the tone dial. But yeah, I like having it in the circuit though, tone dial. I don't actually like guitars without tone dials in the circuit. I find them too bright. That's me. Might get to the flight shows coming up. If you do, say hello. Don't. If I'm about, I probably won't be about much, but. If you would use one guitar as a cricket bat, which one would it be? It's got to be a Telecaster, hasn't it? Let's face it. If it's Les Paul, the headstock would break off in your hands, and like, you know, you get splinters. I don't think a Strat would probably break the body. A Telecaster would take it though, wouldn't it? I think, you know, if you had to use a, you know, thingy, it'd be a Telecaster. Has to be a Telecaster. Is that the Kim Tae-il? Yes, it is. Yes, it is the Soundgarden special. New to your channel, I've never heard you play. There's plenty of videos of me playing. Harley Benton T52 would demolish anything. I'll put that to the test. How low is your action on your Les Pauls? Fairly. I don't particularly like high action anymore. When I was younger, I used to have quite a high action, but not anymore. Getting old, you know. Need to be a bit more easier on myself. Yeah, yeah. You could knock a building out with a Telecaster. Easy. Do you do any exercises to keep your mental health in check, mate? A few things. Not many things at work right now. Guilty Pleasure Band. There's a few. Darling in the Boss DS2. Put it on mode 2 and turn everything all the way up to 10. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, high action is only good for that. You don't need the action to be ridiculously high. I have it down to basically the lowest it can go without fretting out. What would you order at McDonald's? Food poisoning. No. No, I'm joking. Chicken sandwich meal. Be kind, be cool. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much. Monster Techno. I know, it's crazy. I can't believe how many things it's got on Spotify. It's insane. Guilty pleasure band at the moment of The Offspring. Oh, The Offspring cannot be a guilty pleasure. I love The Offspring. I've been listening to The Offspring forever. After fixing your Strats bridge, did you deal with any fret buzz? Not particularly. I mean, which Strat are you talking about? Just watch one of my videos. Thank you. Have you talked about your problems with your parents or other relatives? Maybe I don't know. Oh yeah. They everyone knows. Everyone knows my problems, especially after a certain Saturday night that happened recently when, things didn't go particularly well. Let's just put it that way. When is Collection 24 coming? Or the end of the year? It might be the beginning of 2025. I don't know yet. I don't do it to the end of the year though. Interesting new cause. What's coming? Do you know? What's that? Sorry, I liked your video about the slow 12-bar blues. I'm interested to know. Do you think about chords? What's coming? No, I don't think about that kind of thing. I used to. I don't anymore. How would you spend your time if you were not live streaming this evening? In turmoil. Sitting there. What I would be doing is sitting there, thinking about a certain somebody, and wishing they were there. That's what I'd be doing. And they're not there. So that's what I'd be doing. Dirty Magic is a great song, yeah. Dirty Magic, they ripped off themselves, though. Have you noticed in the Offspring song Dirty Magic, they're ripping off themselves? Can you get the John Frusciante tone with a push setting on the new katana? No, not the push setting, no. You want to be using the brown mode or the lead mode to get John's tone. The push setting is not John-esque. The pushed mode is more like a Marshall Plexi cranked up to the teeth, but it's not that kind of thing. You want to be going for something like the brown mode. I use the brown mode all the time. So RE2 Rep Master or original, both. What age did you start counselling therapy? 2020. Very late. Although saying that, I did do some bits and pieces when I was younger, but nothing ever really worked. Nothing really helped. It wasn't until I did CBT therapy in 2020 that things really started to kind of like help me, Humbug is very great. I know what you mean, yeah. Hope you're okay. I've been better. Zoom 606. Yeah, it's a great pedal, that is. Bus was ahead, the expensive one. I don't understand. Oh, so did CBT. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Hopefully you found it good. Do you still have a Rory Gallagher print I sent you? Yeah, it's literally there. He's never far away, is Rory. And again, I love that. It's so cool. You notice how high up it is as well. It's like right up there. CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. Cognitive behavior therapy. Do you read much? I try to read, but I'm dyslexic and have certain other problems with this thing, between my ears, and I find it very hard to take things in. So I get frustrated very quick if I do read, but I do try. What do you think about AI and music? AI shouldn't be anywhere near music, is what I think. AI shouldn't be near anyone or anything. AI is scary, and this is only the beginning, and it's already scary. Audiobooks, yeah. Audiobooks is something I'm definitely going to look into because I need to do something like that. I need something to distract me. Yeah, it's not fun, is it, having that problem? Any pointers on writing music? Write what you know. Write what you like. You know. I don't know about Roy Buchanan. You ever played on FM Blues Custom Amp? No, I haven't actually. No. Thoughts on Richie Sambora? Don't really. He's not on my radar. I don't really think about. It's not really my kind of thing. What's that? Sorry. Playing guitar so much. Still a beginner though. I have an old crappy acoustic guitar and was asking for a new electric guitar, but my parents don't allow. And now I'm depressed. What? Give advice. If your parents won't get your electric guitar, get your own. But we're living in the golden age of not particularly expensive guitars that are great. You know, you can get guitars like Jet guitars. You can get Squier Bullets. They're not Bullets now, are they? What are they called? Whatever. You can get really good guitars for really, really cheap. So just get your own. And to hell with it, hell with your parents saying no, you can't have one. Weird question, but do you ever look at your videos and see how far you come? No, I don't even watch my own videos if I can help it. There are occasions where I have to go back and look at my videos to answer a comment or something like that, but I always cringe horribly. I just don't like it. So even now on live stream, I hate the fact I can see myself. It makes me feel gross, but I have to do it because I can't see your comments otherwise. Are Schecter guitars any good? Yes, they are. Guitar saves lives. It does indeed. Silvertone 1470. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever tried one. Is Epiphone good for the price? Some are, some aren't. Squire Strat, 100 euros on Amazon. Yeah, there you go. Oh, thank you very much indeed. Karma Van Synth. That's a great name. Thank you very much indeed for €5. Use AI for mastering. And I'd be lost without it. So it's good for that at least. Yeah, I mean, it has its place, but not in certain other places. It's scary in some places. Solid State versus Valve Amp. Solid State. You're asking the wrong person there to pick who's going to pick Valves. How many hours do I play a day? Not enough at this point in time because of problems. Massive fan of a new single. Your voice particularly sounds unlike anything else you've released. Thank you. It's absolutely fantastic. Did you purposely do something different? No, that's just the way we've gone. The songs on this album are just 10 songs that I picked out of my load of songs where I was like, I kind of want to do this. You know, there are still some old songs that I want to revisit maybe on the next album. Because they kind of fit more to this thing. But I kind of was just like, I wanted to be able to write songs and not have the 12-bar bluesy thing. Although there are still that kind of thing, but you know what I mean. Why do I like the guitar? What draws you to it? The sound, the expression, the look, the feel, everything about the guitar is fantastic. I love it to bits. Play Creed, no chance. The East Coast L1, I haven't got that anymore. No, I gave it away because someone's giving away my guitars for free. Have you noticed that? It's nice when people take decisions out of your hands. Well, 10 out of catchy. Thank you. Any tip to help with heavy hands? Striking a fretboard. Just relax more. You know, there is times when you can really get hold of a neck, but you just want to relax more. Did you sing on Monsters? I did, yeah. I sing on the entire album. Yeah, just relax. Just relax. The more you relax, the better you'll play. What's the difference between scallop frets and normal frets? Which one do you think is better? I like normal. I don't really like scallop. I do have a scallop guitar, but I don't really play it a great deal. Scalloped is weird. It's just I don't know. You definitely can grab the strings easier, but yeah. Is John Frusciante music copyrighted as others? Oh, yes. Any Resident Evil tonight or the weekend? I don't know. Depends how I feel. No worries. Scenario press threats with... What other instruments would you like to play? I'd love to be able to play violin, but I don't think I can do that. I'm just not that good. How important is the weight of the guitar? Is Mr. White heavy? Mr. White's not heavy, no. Weight, I prefer light guitars. I don't particularly like heavy guitars, but I will make exceptions. My Les Paul being one of them. What are the chords to Never Fade? I don't remember. Being able to play the guitar is a wonderful gift. I agree. I totally agree. See you later. Favorite moment on Empyrean? I don't know. It'd be hard to pick. There's too many. Unless we're going to Resident Evil, you're not a PC gamer. I'm not, no. PlayStation person all the way. Violins are a nightmare. I totally agree. They're absolutely confusing. My friend Nicole can play violin really well. And I just watched and I was like, how are you doing that? You should drive me insane. Play John Mayer? Never. I have a strict rule never to play John Mayer. Definitely slow dancing in a... Do you play with your eyes closed or do you look? I don't know. Both, but I'm not really aware of what I do. Favourite strings, Diodario. Peter Greenlick, yeah. A really nice Peter Greenlick is this one. That's a great Peter Greenlick. I'm going to turn the reverb down a little bit. It's a good... That's such a great... You can play it so many different ways. You can emphasise all sorts of different notes. And there's also this one. If you crank your volume up, which is another amazing Peter Greenlick. There's also Bending Up, a tone on the B string, where you kind of get out vibrato. That wasn't very good, but you know that kind of thing. You don't mention Radiohead much. How do you feel about them? I don't listen to I don't know enough about Radiohead or listen to Radiohead enough to really have an opinion. I like some of their stuff, not all their stuff. Thank you very much. Hello. Just want to say hello. You inspire me. I'm happy to hear. How did you manage to have all your amps? Years and years and years of collecting. And none of these things are expensive. Some of them have been very, very kind of gifted to me as well by either companies or people. For instance, these two, they were gifts. Them two are not. I bought those and all the other ones. It's just years of... I've been playing guitar for 22 years and I've had some of my stuff for a lot of that period of time. So it's just a case of fingering it. But again, I never, it was only in the last 3-4 years I could really actually kind of afford really kind of like, expensive stuff. There's the fingers again. What are you doing, lads? Stuff like Gibson Les Pauls and like, stuff like that. And obviously like stuff like the 62 and the 79. But yeah, it's only been in the thingy. But again, it's just one of those things, I've just collected this stuff, and I only get stuff. I only tend to hoard stuff I like though as well. So, like for instance, like example, like you can see, like 2 Vox amps there and 2 of the same Fender amp there, which I got today actually. The other Fender Stage I got today. And also you got the MG. I've got 3 of those. I've got more Katanas than anything, I think, actually. But yeah. Hey, I'm glad that video helped. Or curating, yeah, yeah, exactly. It's for the museum later on in life when I'm old and can't move. I can just like wheel myself around my collection and go, oh, I remember we go, just play that. Anyway, if I live that long. Imagine if you'd never sold anything. Oh God, if I'd never sold anything, yeah, you wouldn't be able to move. It'd have been horrific. What's your favourite amp if you had to pick one? Marshall MG. One of them. If I had to pick one amp it would be that one, because it's where I found all about sound and like, you know, the sound I wanted, and also kind of like, you know, what I wanted in an amp as well. I love things like the Katanas and the CR120 and the Hiwatt and all sort of Vox amps and Fender. But if I had to pick, if somebody said, you know, you have to play one amp for the rest of your life, Marshall MG, because I would never be left wanting with it. I'd be very happy. If you didn't sell anything, you could build a house with all the amps. Exactly, I could just live in it. What do you think of Fender Deluxe Reverbs? They're amazing. I have one, and they're amazing. Do I play games? I do indeed, yeah. Blues Juniors are great. If you're going to have one amp, there's another great amp as well. Are Marshall valve states any good? Yes, they are. Especially the older ones, like the Marshall VS 100 is a fantastic amp. The one before that, the Valve State 100, that's great. The AVTs, not so much. The AVTs are a bit sketchy. What frets do you ask for on refrets? 6105s. On everything. Marshall over Hiwatt. Yep. I love Hiwatt, but Marshall have it for me. I love my Hiwatt. I was playing through my Hiwatt yesterday, and it's just outrageous. That's 200 watts, and it's absolutely ear-crushing. It's so loud and so powerful. Marshall Mode 4. I've never tried one. I really want a Mode 4. Just to try it. I don't think the Mode 4 would be for me, but I really want to try one. What's the oldest amp I have? Good question. It's probably one of these. They're from the late 70s. Although I do have amps downstairs. I've got an Audition Woolworths Top 20 amp. I don't know when that's from, though. But those ones are quite old. Oh, I've got an old 1970s Soviet amp as well. It's called Londoner. It was a East German made kind of thing. I don't really know. I've got a video on it somewhere, but it's called the Londoner, and it's got these heavy duty like Soviet speakers in it. Like all the innards are like, you know, really kind of that time. You know, that amp would live forever basically. Mode 4s are 400 watt. They are, yeah. They're absolute power. It's 2 amps together, though, isn't it, a Mode 4? It's not just 1 amp. It's technically one side and one side. It's 2 amps together. 1970s Marshall Major. Nice one. Do you have any guitars you straight up hate to play but can't part with? No. No, I don't. Pearl Jam favourite songs? Ugh, loads. Black is my all-time favourite, though, and I'm living in that song at this point in time, which I don't like. I always end up, some reason, living in that song. 1960s Selmer in my local shop. It's nice and all that. Yeah, the old Selmer amps are really, really good, but you've got to be wary of them because of the valve thing. We had a lot of old Selmer amps in Old Hat, and yeah, they're really, really cool, and they sound really cool. But when they died, it wasn't a nice bill when you got them fixed, let's put it that way. Your collection is getting close to bottom out. No, it's nowhere near Joe's. Joe's collection's outrageous. I tried Paul Reed Smith amps. Not yet, no. Grateful Dead are... Do I like the Grateful Dead? No, I don't. So I'm afraid... And I don't like Licorice either, so... sorry, Jerry, but that's where we are. Do you like Emerson, Lake and Palmer or King Crimson? I like King Crimson, but not Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Ever thought of creating a TikTok account? Nope, I'm not going on there. I draw a line at toxic. Do you ever go to progression lick riff? Not really, no. I don't really know, though. Hello. Can you please play the Blackest Eyes? I don't know what that is. Like Opeth. Not particularly. They're not really, again, they're not really my kind of band. JSM 800 combo, 1985-ish. Can't let it go. Don't. Keep hold of that thing. I don't like JSM 800s, but I know a lot of people do. Sick of the inbuilt effects on my amps. Do you think it's more beneficial to build a pedal board? Yes, I do. Tried Robert Fripp tuning? No, I haven't tried it. I don't really want to. It's too weird. You've been acquainted with depression for quite a while. Can you share some things, coping strategies that work for you and that really didn't work? The main thing that didn't work was not talking about it. Lying to yourself, saying you'll be okay. I can get through this on my own. I can do this on my own. I can do this. Me. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Is the biggest lie anyone can ever tell them if they're suffering with depression or anxiety or panic or anything like that. You can't do it on your own. It's impossible. You need to reach out for help. You need to ask people for help. You need people on your side. There is no way you can do it on your own. That's the biggest thing I would say to anybody who's struggling with depression is you need to talk to somebody, either friends, family, and if they won't listen, find a professional, go to your doctor, get counseling. You know, that's the biggest thing you need to be doing. You need to be talking about it. Keeping it in here, keeping it in there is bad. It's so bad. It's like a cancer. It'll eat you from outside, inside out. You know, and then it just affects everything, and you end up in a lot of, like, you know, trouble and turmoil, and you don't want that. So that would be the biggest thing I would say is if you are suffering, you need to talk. Things I've tried that work for me are talking and being honest about how you feel. If you feel like you want to top yourself, tell people you want to top yourself. You know, because at least then they know the gravity of the situation. If they don't take you seriously, then you tell them, no, I'm being serious. You know, there's far too many people who haven't been listened to and aren't here now because of this kind of thing. So. Are the music you didn't like when you were younger, but you've grown to... Yeah, loads of stuff, yeah. Any suggestions for guitars good for blues on a budget? Jet guitars, Squire, any of them, really. Is diet a factor? Diet can be a factor. I don't think it's as much as a factor as people make out. For instance, I was told to stay off fizzy drinks forever because it won't help my anxiety or panic. It actually helps when I'm having a panic attack. This doesn't work for everybody, but if I start having a panic attack, if I have like a can of Coke, it actually settles my nerves. It actually brings me down and gives me the ability to actually cope with it. The reason I think is a panic attack saps so much of your strength and energy that if you haven't got anything there that's kind of immediate, you're losing energy without replacing it, and it just gets worse and worse and worse, and you slowly get beaten down by it. Whereas I found, again, this doesn't work for everybody. I found for me that if I'm having a panic attack and a really bad time with it, if I have a can of Coke, it's why I've always got a can of Coke with me. It actually gives me the ability to kind of level myself out and actually be able to control that panic and that feeling. So that's something I do. That's not what I was saying. Is it worth buying Fender Ultra Strat for having a total? I don't know. Again, it's hard to say. Yeah, and the thing about Coke, it is an upper, but you don't get the downer. You know, it's not like taking, like, you know, drugs where, you know, you're on this absolute peak of, like, you know, euphoria or kind of like elation, and then you have to come all the way back down. Coke kind of, you know, it might not be good for you to kind of drink it constantly all the time, and you don't want to be drinking it all the time. But like to level yourself out is good for that kind of thing. Hmm? I think it's important to get to know yourself really well. You can know your signs and symptoms better and employ tactics to mitigate them. Just like you've exactly well said. Yeah, exactly. It really does. You really need to kind of like that's one thing I really started to do a while back is you need to start understanding your own like foibles and your weaknesses and when you're going wobbly, you need to be able to identify those things. Yeah, that's exactly it. Still enjoying the guild boss. Yeah, very much so. This guitar is going nowhere fast. What would you say to your younger self if I could? I don't know. I really don't know. Is there any particular song on the new record you're especially proud of? The next one we're going to release, actually, the next single we're going to release on the 20th of next month is, for me, the song I'm most proud of ever, next to my song Never Fade. The next song really means a lot to me. I've got a video coming out about talking about it on the Red Giant channel, but it really means a lot to me. This next song does, and I'm so proud of it. I'm proud of the lyrics. I'm proud of the song. Everything about it is spot on, and yeah, you'll be able to hear it on the 20th. Do you like the larger Fender Stratocaster headstocks? I love the big headstocks. Yeah, I like the small ones. I like the big ones. I'm a Strataholic. If it's a Stratocaster, I'm gonna love it most probably. How old am I? I'm 16. Do I smoke? I tried it and I hated it. My friends always smoked, and I always wish I liked it because I thought it was cool. I don't anymore. But when I was younger, I thought it looked so cool, and all my friends did it. And I remember trying it one time, and I was like, "This is disgusting," so I never did it again. Recommendations for a reverb pedal for an amp that doesn't have a reverb unit built in. NUX Damp pedal would be what I'd recommend. If you could have just one wish, what would it be? I don't know. Well, at this point in time, I do, but I'm not, What colour would you like a Les Paul? Gold top. Gold tops are my favourite colour of Les Paul. I don't have one. I did, but I don't. Mine's a burst. But yeah, it's I love gold tops. Yeah. When are you going to shave that head? Never. If you don't like it, tough. Never Faded Spectacular. Yes, indeed it is. Yeah. Ever tried Durosonic? Yes, my sister's got a Durosonic. It's a great guitar. What's the story with Old Hat? I heard you split on bad terms. No, I wouldn't say bad terms. I would say confused terms. It seems to be the story of my life. Things seem to go wrong for me and I never get answers. Anyway, I'll tell you what happened with Old Hat. Everything was kind of fine. Kind of fine. It's about as far as I'd go with that one because we never knew. And then one day I was going into film videos to demo some guitars at Old Hat, like I used to, with Joe. And we walked in, and the owner said, "I'm shutting the shop for good. Anything you've got in here, take it. The door's been locked today, and that's it." And so I left, and that was that. Just weird. Just really weird. Have you heard from your sister on how her channel is coming along? Yes, it's going really well. It's really good. Yeah, she just needs to do quite a few things on there. You look good with a shaved head. Maybe, but it's not going to happen. Admitted, Dave, you're 17. Oh, fine. 16 and a half. Do you like G&L guitars? Yes, I do. Yeah. I don't have one, but I would like one. Be patient. Sometimes the answers come years later. That's very true. That is very true. I don't like to be patient sometimes, though. One live you wish you could see of the Chili Peppers. Scar Tissue Red Square, 1999. Hope you're feeling better. I'm not, but thank you very much indeed. Comb over. I can't get my hair to do that. What do you reckon? We need to part it a bit though, don't we? What do you reckon? What's the consensus? Do I teach guitar? No, I don't. Any Chili Peppers? No, because of copyright. I can't be asked with the faff. Find the way it is. I agree. Yeah, it's a double mohawk. I know. Don't, yeah, maybe. Now you look 16. Michael Bolton, exactly. When a man loves a woman. Ever tried? Yeah, we've been there, haven't we? Please never do that again with your hair. Don't worry, it's not happening again. Maybe we should just like pull it all forward like this, like that, and have it kind of like, have it like some kind of like glued in, like that. Look, what's wrong with that? Do you recommend getting a guitar teacher? It's up to you. I can't really recommend that. I mean, yes and no, but that's, yeah, it's hard to say. Sorry, that's gone really quick. Would you feel better with your hair coming back? I would. I miss my hair, but such is life. Although I don't have a problem with this. Other people have a problem with it, but I don't. I quite like it. You know, it's not. I don't have any issues. People seem to have issues with the way other people look and live their lives. It's really strange. That's true. Yeah, YouTube does teach you it all. Ponytail. Yeah, it's just like George Carlin, isn't it? We can put it back in a ponytail. I do love the George Carlin quote he says about being bald, where he talks about, like, you know, if you want to go bald, do what he did. Wait. And that's what I'm doing. I'll take after George. Merry Saturday. What are your thoughts on the 2015 Gibson Les Paul Deluxe with the Master Tone DV? I don't know. I never tried one. No, not really. Do I own a double neck? Not anymore. You're fine. Thank you. Do I like Randy Hansen? Yes, I do. Are you a Richard Ashcroft fan? Not really, no. Never really kind of ended up on my radar. Interested to buy my first guitar. What model guitar do you recommend? From Mexico, it'd be Squire. Go for something like a Squire. Yeah, you got to love George Carlin. Been waiting for 42 and still got full mate. I'm jealous. What do you think about Squire Affinity? They're good. You just got to be careful. Some are crap. But again, that's the same for anything. 12-string fan, yes, but I can't play 12-string very well. Radiohead, okay. Computer in your top 10, no. Squire Classic Vibe, yes. What country would you like to go to if you were on tour? Japan. John Squire fan, definitely John Squire fan. Squire or Jet? Jet for me. I do like Squire, but Jet have Squire beaten. What is your favourite colour for guitar? White. I've got something about white guitars. Do I like Bill Hicks? Yes. Again, how could you not? Lynyrd Skynyrd, not really. No, not my kind of thing. The Antiquity SG was about. Thank you very much indeed. It made me play a little bit different. Different guitars make you play in a different way, like especially SGs because of the way they sit. The S100 though, this one actually sits less like an SG. Like your E chord feels like in a normal place. It doesn't feel like you're like, you know, up here playing an E chord. It's actually further down. Everything feels a bit more kind of normal. Favorite decade for music? I don't know, loads of them. Jeff Beck or Prince solo? In which song? Would you consider playing in one of my bands? I haven't really got time. Maybe in the future if I had time, but I don't have the time at this point in time to dedicate myself to playing on anybody else's music. What kind of music do you play? First time viewer, I'm guessing more high gain stuff. Go and listen to my band, Red Giant. You'll hear what I do. Thank you very much. Gloomy in Kent. Yeah, it's really nice here now. It was gloomy all day. But yes, I love Oasis. What's the scale like? I have no idea. Best film soundtrack? There's tons. Why don't you stream Resident Evil on YouTube? I don't know how. I'm a bit of a technical idiot, so I don't really know how to do it. If I could figure out how to do it, I would do it. What kind of amp is your favourite to play on? Any of the ones I have. Do you have any other hobbies besides music? A few, yeah. I've got a few things. Mostly guitar, though. You ever played a Cigar Box guy? Yeah, I've got a demo of one, actually, on here. Tech 21. Tech 21 are good. Congratulations on the gig. Thank you very much, indeed. Favorite film with a retro has member in it? Point Break. Point Break. Although I do love Back to the Future, but I like Point Break even better because Anthony's hysterical in that one. Especially when he shoots himself in the foot. Acting is top notch at that point. Does hanging the strap very low affect playing? It depends on where you want to be with the guitar. Strap height's really important. Do I live near Manchester City? Not really, no. I don't really live near anywhere. Any tips on learning sweep picking? You're talking to the wrong person. Dream Theatre, not for me. Point Break, yeah. One concert you would see if you could go back in time. Jimi Hendrix at Woodstock. Thank you. I don't know who Charlie Hunter is. I can't play. I'm not. Again, I can't be asked to play copyright stuff because it's just too much trouble. I can't be bothered to deal with all the thingies disputing stuff. Does your music on your same style as around Red Giant? Not really. No, Red Giant's a totally different animal. So these are really quick. Red Giant fan club. Right, I'm gonna have to get off in a sec. Thank you, amazing videos you put out. SV20H and MG because you nice. Hendrix at the marquee. That would be good actually. That would be cool to see it at the beginning. Not really, no. Are you like famous in your region? Nope, not even close. Well, the vinyl record a few days ago. Thank you very much indeed. Yep, I got your name on the list. Is a Boss Katana just as good as a Blues Junior? Yes. Good talking to you as well. What's your fave cabinet, Orange or Marshall? Marshall cabs. JSM 900s, to be precise, are my favourite cabs in the world. Wasn't the first Woodstock the Mudslide one? No. Those Woodstocks back in the 60s. Are your Guitar Theory videos enough to be able to play like you? Yes, because that's all I know. The Guitar Theory video I did of like the theory that I know, that's everything I know in a video. I don't know anything else. See you later. What about White Marshall amp? How do you mean, sorry? Can I play the British National Anthem, but your version? I can, but I'm not going to. Favourite rock guitarist? John Frusciante. Hi, what? Van Halen amps. I've never tried them, no. I've never tried the EVH stuff. I've tried the EVH guitars, and they're great, but I've never tried the thingies. Off to work. Oh, have a good one. White cover for Marshalls look amazing. I love white Marshalls. What songs most influenced your playing? Loads of them. Absolutely tons. Event Horizon. Yes, I've seen Event Horizon. It's a great film. I love that film. Silent Tysko, Ken, Aku Guitars, 4 Fender. Nice. I see you too. Different colour. Yeah, I maybe. 73 Super Lead. I'd prefer Super Bass. I don't. The Super Leads are okay, but I prefer Super Bass amps. Yeah, coming soon. The album. All them witches. I've heard of them. I haven't heard them. The last live gig that set your soul on fire. I don't know. Tool was amazing. Eric Clapton or Brian May? Brian May for me. How long have I been playing guitar? 22 years. You ever tried the Kramer Barretta specials? No. I used to own a Kramer, an old one, but I don't have it anymore. Muse fan, definitely a Muse fan. Pressure on Telecasters. Love Telecasters, just can't play them very well. I've got one Telecaster, and oh no, sorry, I've got 2 Telecasters, and that's all I need. Favorite Red Hot Chili Peppers song? Scar Tissue. Fender Bass Breakers. Never tried one. You've been playing as long as I've been alive. Oh god, that makes me feel ridiculous. Did I see Nirvana live? No. I was too young to go to one of their... I wasn't... Well, I kind of was too young to go to one of their things before Kurt died. How many scales do I know? Pentatonics is about it. Does Gibson make their guitars too expensive? Not really. I mean, you think about how much work goes into making a Les Paul. You know, it's a lot of effort. It's not like Fender, where Fender just kind of like, you know, there's a parts caster, basically. They're a parts bin. Fenders are. Telecasters, Strats, Jaguars. They're all parts that fit together. Whereas a Les Paul, something with a set neck and carved top and, you know, all that kind of gubbins, it's a lot more involved. How did Paul Kossoff learn to control those amps at those volumes? You had to. You just did. You had to do it. You learn quick or it runs away with you. But the thing is, they didn't know any different, you know what I mean? A fan of Eric Johnson's playing. Yes, not really a fan of his music, but I love his playing. Thank you. Do you still play your Flying V? Yeah, occasionally, yeah. Budget electric guitars from intermediate player. Jet guitars. Go for a Jet. You can't go wrong. Right. I'm going to head off. Because I'm so tired, as usual. I'm not sleeping anymore. Sleep is something that other people do, not me. Yeah, no master volume, exactly. I like that personally. But yeah. Squire Affinity Jag. No, I haven't actually. I'll have to have a look it up. Anyway, yeah, anyway. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Anyway, I'll see you all again somewhere down the line, I'm sure. And yeah, look how gorgeous the evening is tonight. Oh, you can't really see that very well. Oh, there you go. You can kind of see the sunset going on. Anyway, see you later. Sleep is for wimps. Yes, no sleep at all. See you later.